Hello, my name's Len Smith and I'd like to welcome you to this course, How to Become a Copywriter. Let's begin first of all with some congratulations. Give yourself a gong, because so many people intend to do something about copywriting. They intend to have a go, and that's as far as it gets, intention. At least you've made this first important step, booking on the course. There are a lot more steps to go. And although I've tried to keep the course as concise as possible and to the point as possible, so it's not a long course, but it will in all reality take you 3 months to get to the point where you're earning money. Let's be realistic. So your role then is to follow the course. Mine is to instruct you, to cajole you, to encourage you until you reach that point where you do feel confident and you really are making money. Why did I even believe that a course like this was necessary when there are already so many books, so many courses on the subject of how to write? The truth is, I don't believe that's the real problem. The fact that you've chosen to take this course means that you're pretty confident already that you've got the ability. There's room for improvement. But your real concern is you want to be a copywriter, you know you can do it, but how do you begin? And the difficulty, of course, is that you don't have a track record, you don't have a portfolio, you probably don't have any clients or even prospective clients. And even if you did, you might lack the confidence to talk to them as a professional without knowing the jargon. So that's what this course is all about. Not how to write, although we do have modules on that, how to write a press release, how to write a case study, how to write a white paper and so on. But its real function is to teach you how to become a copywriter, earning a living 3 months from now. So how does the course work? You've got to recognise that video isn't the ideal media for a subject like this. We are, after all, talking about words. And anyway, during the course I give you lots of external links to resources like examples, and particularly to software, often free software, to help boost your productivity, to make life easier for you. And that's not very easy to do during a video. So most of the course, the main elements of the course are in the form of downloadable PDFs. So you can print them off, you can write notes on them, but most importantly, when I do introduce a link, you can click straight through, play with the software while it's still in context. In between the PDFs, we're going to have fireside chats like this, where I'll summarise what's been learned, maybe expand on some of the points, but I think just as importantly, maintain your enthusiasm. Just like any course, it's important to pace yourself. So I'd ask you, please, don't try to devour the course in a weekend. You could. It's physically possible to read it and to watch all of the videos, but that really wouldn't be of any help to you whatsoever. So take your time, a little every day, and make sure before moving on to the next topic, you've mastered the one you've been currently learning. So what is the first course all about? It's all about fast track. It's all about getting off the ground quickly. We'll start off by looking at the equipment you're going to need. Essentially, all you need is a PC, a telephone line and an internet connection, which you've already got. But I'm going to introduce you to some low-cost equipment that will boost your productivity and will aid your confidence. We're going to look at how to develop, how to build a portfolio of work very quickly. And I don't mean a spurious portfolio. There is nothing more soul-destroying than writing about a product or a service that doesn't even exist. So these are going to be real clients, they're going to be real case studies, real brochures and so on. Maybe not fee-paying, but that's the price you pay to get a quick portfolio and to gain that experience. One thing that I know you enjoy, because few things are satisfying as seeing your own name in print for the first time. I'm going to show you how 15 days from now you can have your first article published, and I can almost guarantee that. We're going to look at pricing. How do you arrive at a cost? How do you arrive at a sensible price that's going to satisfy the client and also be profitable for you? We're going to look at contracts. Now, my own contract is probably unique in the field of copywriting. It gives me enormous competitive advantage. I believe it closes more business, simply my approach to contract. So I explain that to you, and I do strongly recommend that you adopt exactly the same principle. We look at how to protect your work, copywriting it and so on. Then in the next session we're going to look at how to build your own copywriting website. And you're not going to need any previous experience. It's not at all technical, perhaps as important. It's not even costly. In fact, it's free. No software to buy. You don't even have to pay to host the website. So perhaps at the end of the day, this is going to be the most important thing that you'll get from from this course, because I must say, all of my business, all of it, comes to me via the web. The next session is very much a how-to session, how to write white papers. I explain what those are in the session, but if your background is technical or required specialist knowledge, maybe you were an accountant, an engineer, worked in the computer industry, then white papers are a wonderful entree into copywriting. They're fascinating to write, they're good meaty projects, and they're also very profitable. Typically I would charge between £1,000 and £6,000, that's what $1,200 to $7,000 for a white paper. We're going to look at writing sales copy, which is where probably most of you will begin, and you'll find that particularly rewarding if your background was sales or was in marketing. I'm going to show you, and this will apply later when you've gained a bit more confidence, how you can become an expert when you're not an expert. You will come to realize that the client is the expert, you simply do the writing. But I will show you how you can develop a relationship such that your lack of knowledge doesn't in any way dent your credibility. We'll look at writing case studies, we'll look at writing press releases. If your background is in journalism or in any way related, then that's an obvious entree for you. And we're going to look at writing for websites. The demand is huge. If you think about the speed with which the internet is growing, the demand for writing web pages is enormous, and it is very profitable. So typically I would charge between £50 and £100 per page. That's $1,200 per page. So have you noticed the emphasis is beginning to shift now? We've been talking about how fascinating, what fun it is to write copy. We really start talking money now, and I must confess, money's fun too. In this next session, we go back to basics. We're going to start off, in fact, by learning how to kiss. Keep it simple. Now, that's a big part of a copywriter's life. The client gives you this mishmash of information that you have to boil down to the essentials. So simplicity is a big part of copywriting. I'll give you a technique for overcoming writer's block, this problem of blank page syndrome, looking at a blank screen and thinking, how on earth can I begin? There is a simple technique. We're going to look at different tones of voice or writing styles and the way in which they apply to different market sectors. During the sessions we do look at various aspects of English usage and abusage. But here I dedicate a whole section to the apostrophe. I'm sorry about that, but it is probably the biggest single thing that differentiates the amateur from the professional copywriter. We're going to look at things like style sheets and the various tools that are available to us hidden within Microsoft Word. Then, for our finale, we're going to look at this, perhaps the most useful of all, who knows, it's how to boost your income. At this stage you will be earning money, but I'm going to show you how to make more money out of it, how to make it in fact into a full-time career. So, make yourself comfortable, get yourself a cup of coffee. You're about to start the first session. This is the start of your journey. Enjoy it.